Right, hello and welcome to this video. It's going to be about off-air tips before you even get on air. Now the program I use is SAM2 Broadcaster. It's pretty standard for online DJing. Hopefully this video will help you out in all your future attempts. No one's perfect at DJing, so hopefully this video will help you out so you don't make any of the mistakes. Now the viewers at home, they're always going to catch some little mistakes. I don't know why. For example, if you don't know the name of an artist or a song, they're going to scream at you for that. It'd be pretty sad if you couldn't pronounce Lady Gaga. Alright? But I mean, I understand, there are some, artists or bands that you just have no idea what the name is. So what you want to do is you just want to skip that. You just want to play. You'd be like, yeah, blah, 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 Q104, whatever. This next song is going out to blah, blah, blah. Boom, play. You don't always have to announce a song, so that's just a big tip right there. I mean, if you do know it, great, you know it. Now, another problem that I hear people on air do is they just constantly, after every single song, they backsell, which basically what that means is after they play the song, they're like, okay, that was Taylor Swift with You Belong With Me. You don't have to do that every time. Every maybe 3 or 4 songs, yeah, that's good. But keep the talking to a minimum, okay? For the most part, unless it's a talk show, people just want to hear the music. So just play the music and, keep it short, sweet, whatever you say. Remember, DJing is all about timing, alright? So if the song is 3 minutes, 49 seconds long, alright, and talk for maybe 11 seconds. Be like, this is habcrazy.net, and we're crazy about Habbo. The next song coming up is blah, blah, blah. Boom, cue it, go. I mean, you don't always have to talk either. That's what the jingles are for. So, for example, boom, the song ends.
Pay attention, boy.
Crazy about Habbo. On the radio, we are Hab Crazy.
Boom, you throw up that song. That's just a little tip that'll help you out. I know this video was on off-air tips, but that still is an off-air tip because you can practice that off-air. Alright, now the next tip is very important. Very important. Remember what I said? The listeners will catch these little mistakes. And if they have trouble hearing the song, well then they're gonna scream. They're gonna bitch and they're gonna complain. That's what they do. Alright? So when you play a song, you want to make sure that it is A, not distorted, meaning that it doesn't touch the red. Alright? If it's in the red, that means that it's distorted. The listeners, it's going to be cracking and it's just not going to sound good. So you want to make sure that it's always in the yellow, always. Now for your voice, I mean, really I can show you an example, blah, blah, blah. I can bring this all the way down, blah, blah, blah. It's still going to be in the red, alright? So unless you have a really quiet mic, I mean, your mic really doesn't need to be up that high. I mean, you can experiment with it, alright? Now, DJing for the first time or second time or maybe even a year or 10 years, I mean, you're always learning, alright? You're always learning new things. Even today, I'm learning new things. Yes, I actually recently learned the whole distortion thing. That was a bad experience, and I've learned from it. And what I learn, I try and, give the information and tip to other people. So hopefully you're enjoying this video, and it's helpful. Now, one other thing that some people always ask me is, Smoshi, how do you throw in them sound effects in the middle of the song? Well, if you notice, we do have a sound effects where, you could throw in all your effects and backing tracks or whatever you need right in there. Or, there's 2 decks. I mean, it's kind of obvious, I mean, if you haven't fiddled with SAM Broadcaster, well then, I don't blame you for not knowing that answer, but I'll show you an example. For example, Fort Minor. Remember I said timing is about everything. Alright, now I can see that this isn't 11 seconds because the actual jingle, the full mix, is 11 seconds. So this isn't going to be about, it's actually going to be about 11 seconds, because it's still going to go through. I haven't actually edited it yet, so it's still going to be about 11 seconds. So, really what you want to do is you want to figure out 11 seconds. Perfect. Alright, now we have to wait a couple seconds, just to get that last little beat. 1, 2, 3, play it.
Crazy about Habbo. We are Hab Crazy.
That wasn't bad, but, it wasn't good either. But you just have to experiment with that. Now, for the most part, it really doesn't matter about being perfect. It really doesn't. Normally, if I have my hard drive plugged in, I would just use this because I have a lot of voices. The ones with the V is voice for me. I know I can distinguish that from the actual mix and the voice. So, you know, that's just a little tip, you know, that helps everyone out. So, normally, I wouldn't be, you know, playing the song and then clicking on the next deck to play the effect. It would already be in my sound effects. Sound effects. So, you know, pretty much your little jingles and effects would be in there, and you can just click that in the middle of the song and it'll play. Alright? And the stop button is very handy. Alright? Very handy, trust me. I can't tell you how many times I played the song and it was just, I hit the effect at the wrong time and it sounded bad. You know, it happens, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Now you may be wondering, how do I get the effects into sound effects? Well, there's two ways actually. The easiest way would be to click on right click and choose song info, and for info right here there's a different type. Alright, S would be normal song. It says it right next to it. Station ID, promo, jingle. I mean, yes, people will be like, oh, jingle, okay, I click that. I mean, really you want to go down to X, sound FX, and click OK, restart your SAM, or sometimes if you click sound effects all, I mean, there might be a little refresh button, and that'll work that way. You find it in your list, click it, boom, you're done. Now the second way, this is really if you want to add in more than, you know, one effect or jingle. You got click special, sweepers, sound effects, and sound effects all, and you click this little drop down menu next to the plus, add files in the category, add directory, and actually add the entire directory, or you can, you know, individually click, or you can, you know, highlight them all. You know, it really doesn't matter. So that's pretty easy. It's really not that hard. Now, for example, the effect I have Siren, that's in my hard drive, but, you know, just little things like that. Just don't overuse them, and don't overuse the effects, because it sounds really, really bad. Alright, and it gets really boring after a while. So my recommendation would be, for example, to play, you know, I call it a station ID, which would be, you know, habcrazy.net. Crazy about Habbo, habcrazy.net. You know, every, you know, 2 or 3 songs, you know, throw that in there. You know, or don't. It really doesn't matter. Just don't overuse it. And one last thing that I just have, I can't stand this. Alright. It's a video about off-air, but this is on-air. Alright? If someone requests a song that you don't have and you can't get it, alright, meaning you can't get it, you know, during your show, you can't get it up on the radio, don't announce that, alright? You know, not only will that listener tune out because they're extremely pissed off that you won't play their song, but when you say, I don't have it, I'll try and get it, I mean, I guess that's better than just flat out saying I don't have it, but that's still pretty bad. My recommendation would to either say it's coming up and just don't play it, and if they wonder why, be like, oh, I didn't have enough time, we had so many requests, and I tried to get it in, and I just couldn't. Or, my favorite thing to do is ignore them, because they may tune out, or they may be like, okay, maybe he's getting to it, next song, okay, maybe he's getting to it, next song, okay, now I'm getting a little pissed. So you keep them tuned in just a little bit longer. Alright, if you have any questions, you know my YouTube account. I'll even hand out my MSN address, Smoshi at habcrazy.net, or Smoshi at habtips.com. I'm always signed into both every day. So add me, ask a question, just don't spam me over and over again. And also, youtube.com/SmoshiYashi. Tell your friends. DJing is fun. If they love music, then this is for them. Thank you guys very much, guys and girls. I gotta forget that. I had a really mean comment. Someone's like, hey, I'm a chick, and you keep saying guys. Well, female, I apologize for that. Well, thank you guys. Hopefully this video was helpful, and good luck with DJing.